young boy from Jaipur, Dr. Roman Saini, has achieved 18th rank and made it to the IAS exam 2013 in his very first attempt. A doctor by profession, he is working as a junior resident doctor in the All India Institute of Medical Science, Delhi. His father is an engineer and mother is a homemaker. He is very fond of playing guitar and also has a certificate in the same. He was inspired to become a civil servant by the real rural conditions he saw during his rural posting in the village in Balabghar near Delhi.
What do you think about the change in the IAS Prelims exam pattern?
In 2011, UPSC introduced a change in the paper 2. Earlier they used to ask optional paper, you can choose any optional you want. But to make it uniform throughout the country without any educational background biases, they introduced something called Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude paper as paper 2. So for past 3 years it has been continuing, and it is a very good step from UPSC, because the thing is, with optional subject present in the, there used to be scaling and a lot, so those people scoring very highly in one subject, after scaling down the score used to went low. Plus for those people who have been studying for past 6 to 7 years for this examination, so it was a lot easier for them to crack the prelims each and every year again. But for the CSAT part 2, you can't just prepare that much. You can practice, of course it helps, but those with genuine logical, analytical and ethical thought process, they can clear this exam very easily thanks to the change brought in by UPSC. And I was fortunate enough to have this change at my time. I scored like 183.33 out of 200. I corrected 75 questions out of 80. So I don't think I would have been able to do that if the change was not there. It makes selection process a lot better. First of all, those with genuine talent, logical, analytical and ethical thought process can think of clearing this exam in the first attempt now. And you don't need to mug up a lot of facts now thanks to the change brought in by UPSC. So yeah, it's a good change in the right direction.
Is joining coaching indispensable for clearing the IAS Prelims exam?
Not necessarily. As I was spoken to already, if you can, join a test series, or you can just get these test papers from outside sources also. Just put yourself in a time constraint of 2 hours and solve the paper meticulously within those 2 hours, and then check your paper from the answer key, and then gauge your own preparation with your own self. Keep competing with yourself, you are bound to improve in that manner.
How far the group discussions are helpful in clearing the IAS Prelims exam?
Frankly, I didn't do any group discussions for IAS Prelims, so I won't be able to comment on that, but many people do. So if it suits you, go ahead and do it.
When did you start the preparation for IAS Prelims exam?
I started about 2 years ago when I was posted in village. So yeah, it's almost been 2.5 years.
What was your strategy for IAS Prelims exam as a whole?
Reading Hindu newspaper helps a lot. Read it daily, meticulously, especially the editorial portions. Thursday Science and Technology edition, lots of questions are asked from them. Then, as I already run a video series, so I used to read from those videos also at an academy. Then the Jagran helps a lot for updating with current affairs. Most of the content is read from Wikipedia, let me be very frank. So yeah, for IAS Prelims exam as a whole, keep studying for 6 to 7 hours a day. Keep a daily schedule fixed, take a plan in mind and execute that plan no matter what happens. Don't get bogged around by the fact that friends keep asking you कि तू तो आता ही नहीं है, बाहर ही नहीं निकलता है, movie देखने चलते हैं. Don't fall into that trap. You can go once in a while, once a month if it's your birthday or something. I don't mind that. Neither should you. You are human beings after all. But for more or less, you should continue with your daily plan and stick to it.
How did you prepare for general studies for IAS Prelims exam?
As I have told you, there are various topics in the IAS General Prelims exam, and you can just check that on an academy. So the thing is, go to the Hindu, read Hindu newspaper daily. It helps in all those sections. Second of all, join a test series. You'll come to know that what kind of questions are being asked by UPSC. Check all the questions of UPSC for past years. It's available free of cost at upsc.gov.in, previous year questions paper section. And then read standard textbooks. Start from NCERT 6 to 10th of all the subjects, and for 11th and 12th read for politics, ancient history. That's like the most important thing. And for environment and ecology portion, I would suggest that check out our videos. You can always mail at my Facebook page, so I'll be more than happy to help you out. and read biology chapter number 12, chapter number 13 to chapter number 16, class 12th NCERT.
How did you balance between different sections of the IAS Prelims syllabus?
There is no need to balance between them. Read them every day. Don't like start with geography and like study till geography you are a PhD in geography. You just need a kind of a limited depth knowledge, but the range should be very vast. You need to read geography, history, economy, polity, international bodies. You need to study science and technology. You need to study basic sciences, physics, chemistry, biology. So you just can't study them forever. Make a plan in 1 week, cover all the subjects as much as you can, then change the plan till it suits you.
What was your strategy to prepare for the General Studies paper 2, that is CSAT?
For CSAT, there is no particular book which comes. Frankly, for me it doesn't work to study from the book. Read the Hindu newspaper. It helps a lot because the editorials, usually the comprehensions, reading comprehensions, which constitute about 50% of the paper 2, 40 to 50% of the paper 2, they are usually lifted directly from NCERTs, the Hindu newspaper, standard magazines like Yojana, Kurukshetra. And for mathematical abilities, I would suggest that do basic maths and algebra, and we will be uploading a video soon for that. So you can follow us there, and we have already uploaded 2 videos, so you can check them out as well. Plus, the last thing is for decision making, don't leave the decision making part at all, because there is no negative marking. 6 to 8 questions come, it's easy marks. So if you leave it, it's kind of suicidal on your part, because it makes very difficult for you to get selected in the examination. Plus 2 options are correct in those decision making part. So read the newspaper. There is no hard and fast rule to prepare for paper 2. Read your newspapers daily. If you can watch some good English movies with subtitles, that helps a lot in comprehension. Otherwise, just read general knowledge and focus on maths and decision making portion and reading comprehension.
How did you balance between the General Studies and CSAT for IAS Prelims?
As I have already spoken, if you prepare for GS very well, it will bound to help you in paper 2. So don't need to like do it separately at all. Paper 2 is just checking your logical and analytical thinking. Practice till you get a good score of 160 plus.
As we know that for an IAS, the nature of work responsibilities are changing. Do you think that the present pattern of the IAS Prelims suits to filter the undeserving candidates?
No, not necessarily. Earlier it used to be case that some undeserving candidate might get into the examination thanks to the optional subjects which are very prevalent at that time. But now, since the CSAT paper 2 has been introduced, so I don't think that that's the case anymore. Anyway, no examination selection process can be perfect, but we can set ideal benchmark, and we can strive. UPSC can strive to reach that benchmark where only the deserving candidate who really want to work for the nation at grassroots level and help the masses, and those who are helpless and cannot help themselves, will get selected.
What suggestion would you like to give to the future candidates for IAS Prelims?
For IAS Prelims, as I have already told you, if you are a future candidate and you have no idea how the UPSC exam works, again and again I have been speaking the channel and academy. Just go to that. You will get a good video. In 10 minutes you will know what you need to study. If I was a candidate, I would go back to that channel if that was existing in my time. So I knew that for rural aspirants and poor aspirants who cannot afford to come to Delhi and other coaching hubs, this was an initiative which I took along with my friend Gaurav. So yeah, just go and check on that and keep studying meticulously, hardworkingly, constantly, and keep perseverance in your mind and heart. You will achieve it. Just keep telling that to yourself and you will.